And it'll be the Kings off the tip. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. We've got Davis. He's out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Jokic in at the point.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Jokic following that last three-pointer by Sacramento. Pass to Artest. Here's McGrady. 5 to shoot. Pulls up. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
Outside Johnson. Embiid passes to Cooper. Screen by Embiid. Puts it up. Cooper's shot is off.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Sacramento. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Back over to you.
And Allie, thanks. Got it. Cooper's got 5. Here's Jokic. Outside Davis. Here's Artest. Offensive rebound. And Davis slams it home.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Mutombo. Sacramento shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line for 2, Dikembe
Mutombo. He's off on the first. And the second free throw is good. 1:46 left to play in the first. Pass to McGrady from behind the arc. Drops in the 3.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Outside Curry. Outside Johnson. Puts up a 3. And there's Curry on the assist by Johnson. Curry's got 6.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Artest. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Clock at 4. Lets it fly. Artest can't get it to go.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Curry passes to Johnson. Now here's Embiid. The 3 is up. And the Kings with another 3.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
Here's McGrady. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's his first trip to the line.
Stepping to the free throw line for the Spurs, Tracy McGrady, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Kings lead by 9. Johnson passes to Curry. 12 seconds left in the first. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've been lights out from deep. And it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Kings.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Rudy Gobert. Nikola Jokic is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Artest in at the 3. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball." Back over to you, Brian.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Jokic passes to McGrady. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now here's Curry. Defense is right there. Pass to Johnson. Back to Curry. Lets it go. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Curry's got 8.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. Spurs trail by 11. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Jokic passes to Gobert. Fast break, here we go. And here's Curry for 3. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3 ball is falling. That's how good he is.
Jokic passes to McGrady. The three. The rebound by Embiid.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
Curry finds Johnson. And here's Embiid. Pass to Curry. Shot is up. McGrady grabs a miss. Spurs trail by 14. Here's Artest. Gobert with a screen on Curry. On the take. Artest. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Pass to Embiid. Offline with a 3. On offense, here is San Antonio. Now here's Jokic. San Antonio moving the ball around. Inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Curry passes to Johnson. Back to Curry. 3-pointer. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Spurs trail by 17. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to McGrady. Back to Jokic. Here's McGrady. Here's Artest. He's covered by Curry. Shoots. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
And another Sacramento 3.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Kings. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Spurs trail by 20. They've got Stephen Curry. Also Johnson out there, and it's Embiid in at the 4-man spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's McGrady. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Gobert's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and Gobert's teammates encourage him to seek out his offense, especially when he's this deep.
Now Johnson. Back to Curry. 5 on the clock. Sacramento needs to get off the shot. 3-pointer Embiid. Rebound by San Antonio. Jokic passes to McGrady. Jokic against Johnson. Pass to Artest. Picked by Gobert. Back to Jokic. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And here's Embiid. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Artest. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute. A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Embiid missing again. Spurs trail by 14. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Davis. Back to Jokic. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
That's a big man down there. I mean, when Jokic gets ideal positioning inside, he uses his size to draw contact.
San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. And Jokic drops them both.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Pass to Mutombo. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Now here's Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cooper. Here's Mutombo. Buries it down low. Mutombo has got 5 points.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Pass to McGrady. Let's go with a 3. San Antonio again can't hit. Sacramento leading by 14. Here's Curry. Now here's Johnson. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's McGrady. San Antonio again missing. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Outside Curry. Fires it. And another basket for Sacramento.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Jokic in the post. Jokic muscles it down.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Kings ahead, leading by 14. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. They've got Nikola Jokic. Davis out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McGrady in at the 2-guard spot. Outside Curry. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Artest. And the layup is good.
Plays like that So easy for him.
Sacramento leading by 12. Up top, Johnson, covered by Jokic. Embiid from outside. Drills it from deep.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up, and that's the work of an assertive offensive player.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Now Davis. Now Jokic. 4 on the clock. Oh, he cannot hit. The Kings lead by 15. Outside Curry. And yes, sir! Hits the wide open J.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
The Spurs call time. Jokic in the post. Blocked! And they recover it. And we're going to have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Now here's Curry. The D's right on him. Here's Johnson. Outside Curry for 3. And the Kings with another 3.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Here's McGrady. Can they get it? He gets the layup.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Now here's Embiid.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
First team foul. At the line for your Kings, Joel Embiid taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Yeah, one of the most well-rounded players in the game. Embiid is also a top-notch trash talker, too. I mean, he knows how to get under the skin of his opponents.
And Embiid drops them both. We've got 1:23 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jokic. Here's our test. He's covered by Curry. Gobert with a screen on Curry. Off target with the 3.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Embiid finds Curry. There's a screen. Back to Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Here's our test. Pass to McGrady. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. And it's Jokic missing. And it's Sacramento's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Now Curry. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And let's reveal our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
So Boston wins the tip. So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Duncan. James is out there with Thompson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Eaton in at center. He gets it in there.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
Nowitzki against Thompson. LeBron left side. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, and Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And Boston has possession. And here is Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Inside. Here's Nowitzki. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Burns you with his scoring and passing ability.
And so James will bring it up for Miami. 4-point game. Pass to George. James a screen on Antetokounmpo. From deep, George, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Duncan is not messing around when he's in this deep. All business. Very assertive and effective.
Thompson looking for an opening. Duncan at the elbow. From deep, James. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. To the right side. Chamberlain, the pass to Olajuwon.
I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
LeBron outside. They set the screen. Rebounded by the Celtics.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
Chamberlain with the stop.
I tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Duncan outside. Pass to Thompson. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good.
And this is Thompson's calling card. An exceptional shooter from downtown.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. James looking it over. Pass to Thompson. Back to LeBron. The rebound by the Celtics. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Floats one, and there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the game. The Heat trail by 5. James, the bounce pass. The shot by George, wide open. That 3 off the mark. Now here's Nowitzki. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Spins. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar outside. 4 on the clock. A fader. It's hauled in by Duncan.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Boston on top. They're up by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got LeBron James. Duncan out there with George. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Eaton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, strong finish.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Outside, George. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Giannis kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Covered by LeBron. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Wilt Chamberlain at the line.
Mind the lanes.
Shooting
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Hey, we all know this. It's no secret. I mean, one of the areas of Wilt's game that's below average is free throw shooting.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And Miami has possession. They trail by 7. LeBron with it. Picked up by Olajuwon. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Olajuwon with a screen for Nowitzki. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Miami with the rebound. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in.
2 minutes.
Pass to Thompson. Duncan with the screen for Thompson. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Nowitzki's shot is no good. The Heat trail by 5. On the wing, George. Guarded by Chamberlain. The shot by George, no good. George has gone 2 for 5 tonight. Shot from 12. Here's Olajuwon. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound. And then the skill to send that one home.
James, the bounce pass. And here's George for 3. Miami no good on that time either. Boston leading by 7. Giannis with it. Picked up by Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
A multiple-time MVP. You know, what's really scary is that Giannis feels like he can keep getting better, and more importantly, he does the work to get better.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
LeBron carving out space inside.
For all his strength and power, James can also be extremely graceful, throwing off the defender with a really nice move there.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And here's Giannis, defended by George. Back to Nowitzki. Takes the 3. Busted. No good that time either. George dishes to LeBron. Back to George. Latrey. And so it's Boston. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Wilt Chamberlain.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Chamberlain is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Nowitzki in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Here's Olajuwon, and he slams it down right on top of Tim.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Pass to Thompson. Fires from way outside. And Boston with the rebound. Giannis with it. Outside, Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Chamberlain. Over in the corner, Olajuwon. Back to Antetokounmpo. Launches it. The offensive rebound. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 8-point game. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Well, that's exactly the guy you want to set up. I mean, Klay Thompson feels like every shot he takes is going in.
Here's Giannis. Using his size, Giannis.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Timeout called, the Heat. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside, George. No good on the 3.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
Back to George. Miami no good on that time either.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing at all.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Olajuwon. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Olajuwon's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston. 1:37 left in the third quarter. LeBron passes to George. Out to Thompson from deep. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
Now here's Giannis. He has 5. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Duncan. Here's Olajuwon. Got a hand on it.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Back to LeBron. Takes a 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Giannis against James. The three from George. And Boston with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Chamberlain. Giannis outside. Chamberlain a screen. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Buries it from three-point range. And now an 11-point Boston lead. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th. James is out there with Thompson. And it's Duncan. Then it's Paul George. And it's Eaton in at the 5 down low. George looking over the floor. To the paint. Here's Chamberlain. And Chamberlain with the stop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Fades and shoots. Duncan misses.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Antetokounmpo outside. Nowitzki with the screen on George. Giannis! 9 feet out, and it's good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
The Heat call time.
And welcome to Center Court, Celtics, Mr. Captain.
Thompson against Nowitzki. It's James. He's off from 3. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone. Nowitzki outside. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Olajuwon with a screen on Duncan. 6 on the shot clock. Now Antetokounmpo. Pulls the trigger. Duncan with the rebound.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
James outside. Launches it. Not that time. It won't go. Celtics leading by 17. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. Shooting one.
And that one misses. The Heat trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ah, it's good!
Seeing George spread the wealth and picking up the assist, I think he's a better player when he's sharing the ball like that.
Abdul-Jabbar outside. Now Chamberlain. Now Nowitzki. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
You got to wrap him up right there if you're going to try to keep Nowitzki from scoring. He's just so big and smart and skilled. You got to wrap him up. Don't let his arms get up. Shooting one.
And that one falls for Nowitzki.
And for his size, Nowitzki's abilities as a shooter are really special. This guy can knock it down as if he played in the backcourt.
Knocks down the three.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
Boy, you got to bring more energy than this. Abdul-Jabbar is not going to be thrown off much by a little contact.
LeBron passes to Duncan. Now George, guarded by Chamberlain. Shot clock at 6. Chamberlain against George. Chamberlain with the block.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Olajuwon with a screen for Abdul-Jabbar. Tries again, and the layup is good. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Boy, it's been attack after attack from Hakeem in this one. He's not giving the defense any breaks.
Here's LeBron. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Sacramento to start out. Looking at the starting five for Boston. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 4.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Olajuwon. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Embiid covers. These are his first free throws of the game.
First team foul. Shooting for Boston, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. On offense, here are the Kings. Johnson finds Curry. Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Giannis with the rebound. To the left side wing. Chamberlain, no good. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Embiid from outside. Boston pulls it in. Here's Nowitzki. To the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Curry against Antetokounmpo. Curry passes to Johnson. Back to Curry. Sacramento needs to get off the shot, and it's good for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Nowitzki. Pass to Chamberlain. Out to the right wing. Lets it fly from 18. Nowitzki, that one's good.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Curry's shot is off. So it's Boston now. Antetokounmpo with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Chamberlain passes to Nowitzki. Here's Chamberlain. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Cooper passes to Johnson. Now Embiid from deep. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. To the wing on the left. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Embiid. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Look, inside, Embiid just has all the tools for success. The height, the power, and more importantly, the tenacity.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's picked off. It's a one-on-one situation. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Deflected. Nowitzki, pass to Antetokounmpo. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. He can't get it to go. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Kings ahead, up by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Man, it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you think about the Kings here, guys?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
They've got Stephen Curry, also Johnson out there, and it's Embiid in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Johnson. No points yet. Embiid finds Curry. Tries it from the top of the key. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Pass to Chamberlain. Nice ball movement by Boston. There's the triple. Nowitzki, that one's good. Nowitzki's got 5 now.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Chamberlain. Antetokounmpo, left side. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good. He's got 5.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Showing some range. Embiid, nice.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Pass to Nowitzki, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And so here's Sacramento. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Embiid misses. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for Boston. And here we go, Sacramento on the fast break. Here's Cooper. Mutombo. Great positioning on the putback. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Kings?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score often.
The Kings leading. Johnson passes to Embiid, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. Boston with the ball.
Get free.
Antetokounmpo with it to the paint. Here's Olajuwon, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Johnson passes to Curry. Back to Johnson. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. 52 seconds left in the first half of this game. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Yeah, and this speaks to how strong Giannis is. Able to still convert despite the physical defense.
Boston shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting just 1.
One shot.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Johnson passes to Embiid. And another miss by Sacramento.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Nowitzki, pass to Antetokounmpo. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And now a 4-point Celtic lead.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
Curry against Antetokounmpo. 4 seconds left. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Doesn't go for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Celtics out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shots. Better luck this time. Give it up for the participants.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Celtics lead by 4. Taking a look at the Celtics. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Chamberlain in at the 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Another miss by Antetokounmpo. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Kings. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Curry with a steal. Back come the Kings in transition. Here's Cooper. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. Boston on offense. They lead by 4. Antetokounmpo, right side. Knocks down the long J. Nowitzki's got 8.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Johnson passes to Embiid. Oh, the process with an answer.
Guys over 7 foot like Embiid, they are not supposed to do that.
Antetokounmpo against Johnson. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Chamberlain. From 11 feet away. Rebound by Sacramento. Here's Cooper. Outside Johnson. Now here's Embiid. 6 to shoot. Curry. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Curry's gotten his second bucket of the game. Johnson against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Chamberlain.
Michael Cooper. First personal foul. First team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Olajuwon passes to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Down low. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's the thing about a superstar like Embiid. He does have a score-first mentality, but he trusts his teammate. He knows when to make the right pass.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Nowitzki. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Embiid covers. The rebound by Embiid.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Curry against Antetokounmpo. Back to Johnson. Outside Curry for the lead. Curry buries the triple.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Embiid covers. Here's the hook. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Abdul-Jabbar's got 7 points.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Screen by Embiid. Here's Curry. Off target from the wing. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Celtics out in front, up by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Johnson is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Cooper in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Johnson. Screen by Embiid. Right wing. 4 on the clock. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And the Kings lead by 1.
In the mid-range, Embiid is pretty confident. He goes right up and drains that jump shot with ease.
Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Nowitzki. Lets it fly. And Boston again with the bucket. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
Now here's Johnson. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. And here's Curry for 3. Boston with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Nowitzki. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Cooper. Here's Johnson. Embiid, high post. Now Curry, just 5 on the clock. Oh, he misses the deep 3.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Antetokounmpo inside. He's covered by Curry. Yes, it's good!
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
It's stolen.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
He launches. What a make! Giannis for 3.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Curry against Antetokounmpo. Embiid, a screen on Antetokounmpo. No good.
It's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Here's Nowitzki. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Using the glass to lay it in.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
The Kings call timeout. now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. They told the team to dig deep, play with passion, finish this game out right. We'll see if they do, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Curry. There's a screen. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Now the Celtics on the move. Antetokounmpo inside. Johnson on him. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Curry! The three is in!
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Curry with it. Antetokounmpo covering. Screen by Embiid. Now Curry. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Chamberlain. They double him with Curry. Here's Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. So we see Boston get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
the Bulls start out with the ball. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Russell Westbrook out there with Pippen. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Thurman in the power forward position. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick-and-roll game to perfection.
And the shot goes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Westbrook. Outside Leonard. Olajuwon with the rebound. Giannis against Leonard. And to Antetokounmpo. And the basket is good.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Thurman. And here's Pippen. Westbrook a screen on Abdul-Jabbar. Chamberlain with the block. Nowitzki outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Olajuwon. From downtown, and Nowitzki gets it to go down on the assist by Olajuwon.
Well, Nowitzki, a threat to score as soon as he catches the ball. Impeccable form and impeccable quickness on the shot.
Pippen the pass to Westbrook. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. Launches a three. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They lead by 4. Chamberlain with the basket.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Now here's Westbrook. Leonard with no one around. Hits it from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Giannis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And his athleticism comes through in all. Gotta be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Pass to Pippen. Back to Leonard. Unloads. And it's Leonard again missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Olajuwon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for the Celtics, Hakeem Olajuwon. At the line for 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Olajuwon. And Olajuwon drops them both. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Leonard. From the arc. That one doesn't go. And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Pippen is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Gilmore in at the center position. Now here's Pippen, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. And now the fast break, Nowitzki with the ball. Just look at the hustle from Nowitzki.
His long strides can sneak up on you. I mean, great ability to run the floor by Dirk, finishing the fast break.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Off target with his three. Celtics leading by 9. Giannis high post. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Just 5 on the clock. Over Gilmore. And it's Abdul-Jabbar. That time on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Here we go, fans. Confidence for Boston Globe. Entertainment.
About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And it's Westbrook missing. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Celtics. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Chamberlain. Here is Elijah. Giannis outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing. It's all in by the Bulls. Westbrook kicks to Pippen. Here's Thurman, guarded by Chamberlain. Thurman passes to Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And the Bulls with another miss.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
Pippen against Antetokounmpo. They double-team Nowitzki. Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Leonard's got 6.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Giannis passes to Chamberlain. Back to Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Chamberlain, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Celtics, Wilt Chamberlain. At the line for 2 shots,
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Chamberlain hits them both. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Pippen. No scoring in this one. Pass to Leonard. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Chamberlain with a screen on Pippen. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Pippen. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Celtics leading by 10. We've got Chamberlain. Olajuwon is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Nowitzki. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the point guard. Knox is in the game for the Celtics. Got it done with the hook shot. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
It might be the most difficult shot in basketball, the hook shot.
Bounce pass Pippen. And here's Leonard from 3. Again, Leonard missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Basket counts.
There's no slowing Dirk down at this point. When he gets positioned down low, it's over.
Bulls trail by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pippen, the pass to Leonard. Pippen sets a screen for Leonard. Offline with his 3. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Chamberlain. Nowitzki outside. Giannis outside. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and the shot goes in. 9 points in the game so far.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Chicago calls timeout. first minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Thurman. Nowitzki with the steal. Now, here is Chamberlain. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 3 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 18. Pass to Pippen. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third. Count it. 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Giannis against Pippen. High post, Nowitzki. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Celtics lead by 18.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Now Chamberlain, 6 points for him. Nowitzki looking around. Back to Chamberlain. Over Westbrook. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead. Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Nowitzki with the screen on Pippen. Antetokounmpo inside. Pippen on him. 5 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 17-point game. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Chicago. Pippen against Antetokounmpo. Outside, Abdul-Jabbar. Nowitzki for 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Boston, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Chicago to start the 4th. We've got Russell Westbrook. He's out there with Pippen. And it's Gilmore in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Olajuwon. Bucket is good.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there. Almost automatic.
Pass to Thurman. Now Westbrook. And there's a whistle. And that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Westbrook against Chamberlain. Westbrook passes to Thurman. And it's Pippen in the corner. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter. Just can't get it to go.
Back to Chamberlain. Nowitzki outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. It's off.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
And here's Leonard. Here's Kawhi Leonard on the attack. Missed on the 3. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Nowitzki from outside. Can't get it to go. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside Westbrook. And he misses the J.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
Abdul-Jabbar outside. Westbrook against Nowitzki. Poked away. Oh, softly lays it in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Leonard, no good. Now here's Nowitzki. He'll bring it up for Boston. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Fires the three. Westbrook rips down the rebound. Bulls trail by 16. It's Pippen with the drive. Leonard! And down goes the three.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now a timeout called by Boston. 1:04 left in the fourth. And 1:01 left to play in the final quarter. Now Abdul-Jabbar. Chamberlain with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. No good. Outside Leonard. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Count it! They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Leonard against Nowitzki. Right side out of the Kumbo. And the layup is off.
Assisted Kawhi.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Dirk Nowitzki.